Thank you, thank you. Speaker Swallow Beer Review. Oh, I better watch my head cut off. Put the camera down too low. Darn it. Shag Dog here. And it's the Speaker Swallow Beer Review. And I'm doing Brooklyn brand breweries. Black Ops. Four Roses Small Batch Imperial Stout. This is 2024's version, so it's 12.4% ABV. I don't know if they're grading all of them combined on Beer Advocate, but it gets a 90 every year, of course. It's a little different. Last year was 11.5% ABV in 2023. So, anyhow, variant vintage is aged in Four Roses small batch bourbon barrels, emerging with deep chocolate and coffee notes and a rich underpinning of vanilla like oak. Yeah, so there you have it. Anyhow, let's get into this one. Yeah, every rose has a thorn, and so does a Black Ops. 12.5%. We'll see what happens. Oh, should have hooked up the Ethernet cable. See, my modem's downstairs. I do the beer reviews up here in the man cave, so I do have a long enough Ethernet or Ethernet, however you want to say. You say potato, I say potato. Cable could run up here. It's 100 feet long, which that has its problems too. They say you shouldn't use something that long, actually, but it's better than the Wi-Fi, I think. But yeah, I can't even bring up Facebook. Now it finally came up, but then it's lagging. So, but yeah, I can smell this already. But let's go ahead and pour it. Sorry for the delay. What are you gonna do? I can link it to my actual Facebook account, but it gets a view on my Facebook account. It doesn't get a view on YouTube. So I'd rather get a view on YouTube. Even if it's one view. Thanks to one new subscriber. I forgot his name already. But there's this one guy I watch. He records videos, but somehow he gets a live notification when he gets a new subscriber. And it pops up on the screen. And he does like wrestling videos. So it's like Macho Man. It's like, oh, yeah. Thanks, and it has the name automatically. So I'm not sure how he does that. I got to figure that out. That'd be pretty cool to do. Maybe someday I'll go to some class, learn how to edit videos, and do a lot of neat stuff. Yeah, but look at that bad boy. Dark. The head is, if you could tell, it's like kind of a chocolate looking head there. Chocolatey beige looking, dark beige. Head's about almost 2 fingers. Make sure my shades are straight. Yeah, so I've done a lot of. I don't think me and Jammer have done the Four Roses. We might have, maybe a few years ago. I don't remember doing it. We might have back in the day. I probably could have looked it up, but man, that's a thick head too. That's what she said. I like the can though. Brooklyn Brewery, man. I do like some Brooklyn beers. All right, let's get into this one. Definitely dark, even to the light. I mean, it's pretty much, I wouldn't say it's a 100% black, but it's pretty close, like 95% black and maybe 5% of really dark brown. Yeah. For 12.5%, don't even smell like it actually. Do pick up a little of the cocoa nibs, a little vanilla, a little bit of bourbon barrel. Hopefully it's not too, some of these imperial stouts and bourbon aged stouts for that matter, I don't like them too much, but some of them are pretty smooth and easy to drink, surprisingly. So hopefully this is one of those. Let's get into it. Oh, that's strong. Yeah, has a little bit of a kick. Yeah. Surprised I fit that whole can in there. What is that? Oh, it's 1 pint. All right, 16 ounces. Man, this Good beer mug there. That's more than 16 ounces. I probably gotta fit like 18 ounces in there, probably. Yeah. Definitely strong, but it's got enough of the chocolate and vanilla kind of mask that 12.5% alcohol. It's pretty good actually. Warming sensation, barely any at all. I feel a little bit of warming sensation when it gets down to my upper chest area, just a slight warming sensation. It dissipates. As far as on the palate on the front is really nothing at all on the tip of your palate. As soon as it starts rolling back, you get to the middle and you start picking up a little bit of the bourbon barrel, the chocolate, the vanilla, but it's very smooth. You do taste the alcohol, but like I said, it's masked pretty well with that chocolate and vanilla. Now, I wouldn't recommend drinking these or a lot of these or anything, or drinking them on a regular basis. Um, I mean, you can if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it. These are the type of beers that have once in a while, once a week, once every 2 weeks. I don't drink that much. Usually once a week I drink. I do my 2 or 3 beer reviews. If Jammer's on, I might do 4 or 5 beers. That's about it. Of course, some of them are strong like these, so it's like over 2 beers worth of alcohol percentage. Whereas a light beer is 4.2. That's like it'd be 3 regular beers, basically the alcohol percentage of a light beer. A Black Ops, for all you noobs out there, is short for Operations Black Ops, which is a operations that where's the funding coming from? All these guys behind me, before their operation, they're drinking some beers, so they're all getting ready, probably to go back down to Panama to get Canal, or maybe to Venezuela, maybe to Greenland. I don't know. It's gonna be well, whatever. I can't do that impersonation. It's gonna be super duper. Now I wonder why our government do it. I mean, I never read into the Panama Canal Treaty, but as soon as we left in 2000, Panamanians I knew there, I don't know what was exactly going on, but within a year or two, one person I know that lived in Panama, they told me, yeah, the Chinese got businesses on both sides of the canal, like ports or something. And you figure businesses in China are pretty much ran and operated by the government, right? So why would they have it on both ends of the canal? What they got going on there? So I mean, and then they're price gouging on the canal. I'm not sure if they're charged for U.S. naval vessels are supposed to get through there free, but supposedly they're doing. I don't know what they're. I mean, there's still a company is saving money instead of going around South America, but still, we made that canal for it to be cheap to get through together, all together. And they have a bidding thing on the canal. Also, the Panamanians are if someone is like way back in the line, they outbid everyone else. They could jump to the front of the line and get through the canal faster than wait. Because if you've never been there or seen videos of it, a lot of boats will be lined up out there waiting to get into the canal. It's a long process actually, but it's quicker than going around South of America. But maybe we should go down there and make that canal wider, another couple miles wider. We'll just dredge up the whole Panama. I mean, it's only 60 miles wide, right? 64 or something like that. And we could make that canal about 50 miles wider if we with today's technology and machinery, right? We wouldn't even need locks. We just plow right through that damn thing and let the ocean come rushing in. And I wonder. Let's get back to the beer. Yeah. So it's tasty, strong, cocoa nibs. Um, I don't know what that means. Yeah, this stout is definitely like a covert operation. It sneaks up on you, and then bam, you're going to be drunk. I'll probably be buzzed off this beer. 16 ounce, 12.5% ABV. 12.5%, right? 12.4. 12.4, pretty much 12.5. I like the can. If you wonder why the Four Roses, I'm not sure if that's a type of bourbon, but there's the Four Roses there. Why is it not 3? Because, yeah, it's Four Roses. Yeah, another long night at work. I did a lot of lifting tonight, more than I usually do. So, at my final break, I did drink a double protein milkshake, like with 48 grams or something like that. And then when I got home, I had my dinner, and I also drank another protein shake, probably about 26 grams. So hopefully, of course, I'm drinking now, so that doesn't help. But usually when I drink those protein shakes, especially that 46 gram one, I don't wake up too sore. But yeah, we'll see what happens. A lot of lifting. A lot of extra stuff coming in because of the pending winter storm. Here it's supposed to start snowing around between 4 and 5. We're expecting, well, I'm close to I-20, so they're saying I'm on the north side of I-20. They're saying a half inch to an inch on the north side. Well, I mean, I'm only like half a mile from I-20. Yeah. On the other side of I-20, they're saying anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. So maybe we'll get 2 inches of snow here. You never know. But the weather's unpredictable here in the south. Even when you have a winter storm, it could sleet here and snow over there and have freezing rain over there. Yeah. Most times it's rain. But the surprise thing is Louisiana's getting hammered right now. Man, it's south. It's more south than me, the storm, man. How the heck is there a storm south? But it's most of the snow is coming around the Gulf Coast, just that moisture coming in. And yeah, pretty cool. I wish I would have been down there. I haven't got hit with a real big snowstorm since I don't even recall a snowstorm that year. I'm sure there was the winter of 96, 97 when I lived in Pennsylvania. Biggest snowstorm I remember was 90. Was that 93? Yeah. The storm of the century, March 93. Yeah, that was crazy. I was in New Jersey at that time in the Army, assigned to the hospital. They didn't even have a vehicle to plow. Wasn't nobody coming to the hospital anyhow, small Army community hospital, but they had us out there shoveling the parking lot in case anybody had to come to the hospital. I'm like, the roads have snow all over. How are they going to get here? Well, we got a nice parking lot clear for, but there were about 8 of us. We had to go out there, take turns, like 4 of us go out there, shovel the parking lot, come in. The other 4 would go out because that's how bad it was snowing. I forgot how many inches we got. Let's see if I can Google that. Supposedly only about 7.5 inches. It seemed like it was more though, but anyhow. Seemed like it was more. The Perfect Storm was in October of 92, that the movie is based on. Perfect Storm, October 1992. Oh, wait, that was 1991. Well, there's another storm in 1992. Storm that hit New Jersey in December 1992.
Nor'easter. According to CDC, the highest recorded winds from this winter storm, called a nor'easter, were 80 miles per hour gusts at Cape May, New Jersey, with sustained winds of 20 to 30 miles per hour. The tidal surge was 1 to 4 feet above
All right, it
normal.
was just a nor'easter, but yeah, that one was weird because I was in the Army and it was my birthday, my 21st birthday actually, and another guy in my unit, it was his 21st birthday too. But you know, we're at work. Well, 10:30, 11 o'clock, they start saying that they're going to close the base down. So go back to the barracks, you know, stay in the barracks, or if you live off housing, you know, whatever. There we go, making rules for us. But anyhow, we get out of work. A couple of people stopped at Class 6 or whatever, bought some beer. I went to bed. I said, I'm taking a nap. This is a great time to take a nap. So I slept from like 1 o'clock till about 4:30 in the afternoon, 5 o'clock. Wake up and the power's out. I'm like, crap, it's dark in the barracks. People are partying, drinking. They decided they're going to go to Class 6 was still open. I guess outside the base, the power was still on. Or maybe it wasn't the Class 6. Maybe it was a liquor store off base. I can't remember. But we go over there, get some beer. I show my ID. Other guy in my unit shows his ID. And the lady thought, "What? You both have today's both your birthday?" And we're like, "Yeah." Anyhow, we get back to the barracks, start drinking. Then someone tells us, "Hey, they say you go off base, just don't go more than 10 miles away or whatever." Some weird thing. And then we go to somebody's house, lives off base housing. And then we get another phone call from the CQ, and he's like, "Yeah, they said you go wherever. Just you got to report 8 o'clock in the morning in front of the barracks. They're having a formation or something like that." So, because they want us to pick up tree branches. So I don't know how we went out to a bar. I think it was, what the hell is that famous bar in that town there? I forget the name. It's a famous name too. It's like 4 initials, RGBG or whatever the heck it is. Anyhow, we went to that bar and the restroom was in the basement. Went down the stairs. It was flooded. I had to puke. I was drinking so many shots and stuff. I yacked right there and it was floating in the water. Went back up the stairs. And anyhow, we leave that place 2 a.m. We stop at a Denny's or something. Ate something, back to the barracks by 3. I go to bed. It wasn't snowing yet. Well, here I hear pounding at the door. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I roll under my bunk. I'm like, I'm not going to no damn pick up trees. But I would have gotten in trouble if I didn't, though. But my roommate woke up, and the other guy's like, where am I at? And he's like, he's over there. And I was under the bed. Dude came over. He's like, oh, come on. I'm like, shit. So we're out there picking up trees, but there was snow out there. It was like about, 2 inches of snow, 3 inches of snow. So we're picking up tree branches in the damn snow. All the trees that fell down and everything. It was fun. That was great. Hung over and picking up tree branches. That was called white ops. Anywho. So yeah, what am I going to give this? Sorry about that delay again. 20 minutes. And I didn't even give a score yet. I think I've been brainwashed by the Stout. Yeah, black ops. What do they call that? Waterboarding, the Stout boarding. I'm going to give it an A and a swaff, a swallow and a half. A and a swaff. It's a really good Imperial Stout. Is they consider Imperial or Russian Imperial? Yeah, they consider Russian Imperial Stout. So I don't know what the difference is between a Russian Imperial Stout and an American Imperial Stout. Let's check. Russian Imperial Stout, first brewed in England for Emperor Peter the Great of Russia, are higher in alcohol than traditional English stouts. The best examples are full-bodied, rich, and complex, will often have flavors and aromas of dried fruit, coffee, dark chocolate. Yeah. Often dry, flavors of higher alcohol are quite evident. Hop character can vary from none to balanced or aggressive. I don't taste any hops, but yeah, so that's a Russian Imperial Stout. So basically, a Russian Imperial Stout was made in England. They sent it to Peter the Great. So that's nice of them there. Kind of like our last administration sent a bunch of stuff to Ukraine, right? I wonder if the English peasants were upset. You're sending the Russian stouts. Yeah, so I might do one more. I think it's a Pilsner. Or I might just do drinking and thinking. I got a couple Yinglings. I don't know. Maybe I could track the weather and do a weather show. Huh? I don't know what I would call it, though. Let's Google that. What could I call a drinking and thinking video that is also tracking a winter storm weather? Let's see what they say. Storm brew. I like that one. Winter warmth. No, I don't like the sound of that one. The storm session. Brews and blizzards. The thinking storm. Riding out the blizzard with the beer name. Yeah. Or winter storm name and a pint of whatever beer. Stormy weather and a cold one. Winter storm, whatever, and a beer to match. The calm before the storm beer review. I could watch Brian. What the hell is his name? Brian Hall, y'all. Or there's the other guy too. I forget his name too. I could just share the screen. What do you think? I'd ask you to let me know in the comments, but yeah, thanks for new commentator the other day, Cat Dog. I'm not sure if that's a reference to my name or your actual name was just Cat Dog. You never watched us before. I commented on Jammer's nickname, questioned his nickname, how he came about with that name. Good times. Man, I'm bloated again. Every time I do a beer review, I'm bloated. I did eat a big chicken breast. I mean, the damn thing was huge. Must have been on roids. And I did have 2 protein shakes this morning. And a pretty big dinner. Chicken. I think I had green beans with it and some type of potato. I don't know what the hell I had. Still trying to finish this one. Now, this is one of those sippy beers. I mean, it's almost 12.5%, 12.4%. Even though doesn't taste too strong, it's there. I wouldn't consider this a beer you can chug. Now, some people might be able to chug this, but old Shag Dog can't. I don't know why my volume's not coming through so good like it used to. If anybody knows, you let me know. All right? Okay. Probably my gain now. That's up too much. Test. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so check out the recent beer reviews. Thanks to the recent subscribers. Also, commentators. Cat Dog. I like the name. It's like Shag Dog's cousin. Cat Dog. Yeah, I got a Pilsner to do, but I just might do some karaoke. Maybe I'll do some drinking and thinking. I'm not sure. One good thing about being single is you're not spending your money on anyone else. I just spend money on my best girlfriend. Beer. Yeah, I spent a lot of money this past year on beer. I'm like, man, maybe I should cut it down next year. Because this isn't a cheap hobby, man. Matter of fact, if you want to send me money, maybe I need to make one of those cash apps or something. You can send me money or send it to my PayPal. Because I spent over just doing single beers mostly. I might have bought a 6-pack here and there once in a while, or a 12-pack of a couple of 12 packs, but Yingling and stuff like that. That's not too expensive. But stuff like this, anywhere's I'm lucky here in South Carolina, Georgia. They're ranging from $2 to $5. Most of them there might be a couple a little bit higher, but it's pretty good compared to Florida. Jammer's paying a lot of money. You'd be lucky if you can find a $4 beer in Florida. Yeah, 2 liquor stores I go here. The one's a little bit cheaper, but they don't have as many. And then the other one has a lot of Georgia craft beers mostly, but some other ones, but it's more expensive than the other one. Now, if I go up the road hour to Columbia, they have a Total Wine and More, and it's cheaper up there. Most of the beers are ranging $2 or $3. At least the last time I went there about a year ago. So, but it's a longer drive. So yeah, that's a long drive. So, I mean, not real long, but to make a 2-hour round trip and over 2 hours and then shop, it's just too much for me. I'm too old for that. But yeah, thanks to all the new subscribers. Remember, we're on Facebook under mytruerevu.com, but it's spelled MYUTRUREVU. Kind of like the regular spelling of My True Review, but only spelled different. Kind of like John Coffee, And on YouTube, we're on the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Our original channel was actually called My True Review, but the beer review was called the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. But once the channel got canceled because of somebody's stupidity, we just made a new channel and just called it the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. But originally, the My True Review channel was Jammer's personal channel, and I made up the Spitter Swallow Beer Review name. He's like, well, you can do your beer reviews on my channel. I'll make the beer reviews. That's how it started. I was like, I'm going to do a beer review. He's like, I got this channel. You can do reviews, restaurants, hotels. And I just started watching beer reviews. I'm like, hey, I'm going to do a beer review. He goes, okay, well, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, do a video and then send it to me. I'll put it on my YouTube channel. And that's how it started. And then I did 1 or 2. Then I think he did 1 or 2 solo ones. And then we finally, about after 3 or 4 weeks, got together. He showed up with like 6 beers. I'm like, what the hell, 6 beers? And we split. Well, I think he actually had 4 6-packs, but we did full bottles. And then I was like, that's too much. Let's just split beers, yeah. And of course, he found places where they sold singles and so on and so forth. And the Spitter Swallow Beer Review became a reality. And don't ask me how we came up with the name, but I'll tell you. Spitter Swallow Beer Review. We're on a video chat. He's at work. I'm at home. We're on old Google. When Google, what the hell was that Google chat thing called back then? Google Live? Google something. Google Plus. Google Plus. We're on there. He's at work. A lady who worked in the area, same place he worked at, stopped by. We're talking about the beer review. Oh, what are we going to call it? And I'm like, trying to be funny. I'm like, well, either Big Head, you get head on a beer. Big Head's beer review, Big Head beer review, or I'm like, you like the beer, you don't. You're going to swallow it or spit it. Spit or swallow beer review. And the girl liked it, so that's what we went with. And maybe we should have done a little bit more research. But oh well, right? And then we got the logo. Jammer got with somebody to create the logo. And I was like, yeah. And I gave it, mainly a lot of help to Jammer and say, this is what, Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Have one guy on one side, some type of logo with Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Have one guy on one side like chugging beer and the other guy on the other side like holding the beer and spitting out beer. Well, the dude, I don't know what he was thinking. He said the colors were horrible too. It was like a rusty red, rusty color and tan. And one dude was like on his knees and the other dude was pouring beer in his mouth. Stick figures, that's what they are on there, stick figures. I was like, what the fuck? And then he had some other stupid stuff. I'm like, man, just tell him to have one stick figure on one side, one stick figure on the other side, one's chugging beer and one's spit beer out. I mean, how hard can that be? I'm not even a fucking artist. So the guy finally got it right. I told him to change the color too, because that rusty and tan was horrible looking. I wonder if Jammer ever saved any of those pictures, because that'd be fun to showcase on a beer review one day. He probably didn't save them though. Should have. Damn. Yeah, the further you get down the beer, the better the conversation gets with yourself, of course. But Jammer said I like to talk. I really don't like to talk. I just can't drink. But I hope Jammer's feeling better. He's feeling under the weather this week, so hopefully he's feeling good. Could be back next week. You got to take your prayer or take your vitamins, say your prayers, all that kind of stuff. This was a strong beer, though. That's one thing I don't miss about drinking with Jammer, like in person. Because this whole time he would have been, come on, chug it. What are you doing? Take another sip. Come on. You're taking too long. Take another sip. Come on. Drink more. Oh, that's all you can drink. Come on. I would have had this beer done probably about 10 or 15 minutes ago. And then I would have felt sick. So, well, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is. So, if I had viewers on here, I'd be saying, hey, another beer review, drinking and thinking, or should I just get off here and go do karaoke? But nobody came on, one or two viewers, and yeah, oh well. You'll have that. We'll do the next beer review. One more beer review. It's a lighter beer, so hopefully it won't affect me too much. Let's get that one down. And we see on the next one, Spitter Swallow beer review. I am Shag Dog the Great. And yeah, just watch, listen, learn. All right. See you on the next one.